This is going to be a collage of sorts of Casper West channel. He does really great work, and there's a lot of his videos that need to be seen, in my opinion. He touches bases on things that are connected to this Idaho 4, including both the WSU Police Department and the Moscow, Idaho Police Department. Also the fraternities and the sororities, as well as the DNA and how that unfolded and how they found the white ELANTRA, all that stuff. So it's just going to be like, like I said, just a mishmash of his things, and I will provide a link in the description for his channel and this video. But I really hope you guys go back and really watch through all of his videos. He's really, really good. Subscribe and, like his stuff. If you do like it, I'm just sure you will. It's really good. So I'm going to start it out with this one. And this is about the WSU Police Department. In the beginning, it's a little bit loud. So just so you know, there's kind of like a rioty kind of thing going on in the very beginning. So here you go.
State University police officer was under investigation following allegations that he engaged in sexual activities while on duty. And now 3 high-ranking members of the department are leaving their jobs. Fem2's Amanda Rowley explains why in this developing story from Pullman.
I know. Put your hands behind your fucking back. No. Put your hands behind your back. You're on the fucking ground, man. You're under arrest. Get down. Get. For what? What? Because. Do it now. You're gonna get. Put your hands. You're under arrest. You're a fake 20.
Has that officer been put on administrative leave? Right now, we're in the very beginning stages of this investigation, and Washington State Patrol will be conducting that investigation.
2 years ago, WSU Police Command staff learned one of its officers engaged in sexual activities while on duty. That command staff conducted an internal investigation instead of reporting this to the university. Now that they face possible termination, the chief, assistant chief, and captain all plan to retire.
Hey guys, I had no idea when police corruption occurs, it creates a lack of trust and integrity of law enforcement agencies worldwide. This form of corruption can manifest in many ways, such as bribery, extortion, abuse of power, and a collusion of criminal elements. The consequences of police corruption are far-reaching as it erodes the public's confidence and perpetuates a culture of impunity. The city of Pullman, Washington established its first police department in the year 1907. Prior to that, law enforcement in the area were primarily managed by the Whitman County Sheriff's Office. The creation of the Pullman Police Department marked an important milestone in the city's history, provided dedicated and localized law enforcement services to the community. Over the years, the department has grown and evolved to meet the changing needs of Pullman and its residents. Washington State University, or WSU, was established March 28, 1890, under the name Washington Agriculture College and School of Science. It was initially founded as a land-grant institution and served as the state's designated agricultural college. Over the years, WSU has grown into a comprehensive public research university with campuses across the state offering a wide range of academic programs. Pullman, Washington began generating income and experiencing economic growth with the establishment of WSU. The presence of the university alone has become a significant driver of economic development in Pullman, which means the city benefits off of the university. Now, University of Idaho is only a few minutes away. Many WSU kids partied with the Idaho girls. We know that from Kim's phone call, as well as Demetrius Robinson, allegedly partying with Emily and Kate. It seems to be a sort of visiting college. A video regarding the possible framing of Kohberger. I understand many people believe that this is impossible, but after you hear this, I think you'll change your mind. An email was discovered by the New York Times, which shows that Brian allegedly met with Chief Jenkins of the Pullman Police Department, which reads, "Chief Jenkins, it was a great pleasure to meet with you today and share my thoughts and excitement regarding the research assistantship."
Okay, this is where I'm going to stop this video and put a link in the description, because I don't want to take all of his hard work and put it on my channel. People really do need to see this. It's important, and I do believe that that's going to be a major part of this case, really. I mean, and I'm putting it back out there again because it seems to be swept under the rug again. Like it goes in these intervals, right? It's this little circle, and like things will get brought back up that we have forgotten about. And this is one of those things that I had forgotten about until I remembered, oh wow, a notification came up from Casper the other day, and I meant to click on it right then and there, and I forgot, so it dawned on me, and I went back and watched his latest video, and I'm just like, I'm always blown away by him. Him and Subconscious Mouth, which I don't know what happened to him, but he's really got great stuff. Anyway, dang it, I forgot to shut my notifications off again, darn it. Well, I'm going to do that after I pause this. Anyway, so I'm going to post a link in here, but I'm going to continue with another video, one of the latest one he just did. So I'll see you in just a second.
Welcome back to the Big Sunday Show. Now, a new warning tonight about DNA companies and your personal information. Your DNA information can be sold and weaponized against you.
Where justice relies on evidence, the power of DNA has become a cornerstone of modern crime solving. But what happens when the very foundation of truth begins to crumble or gets into the wrong hands?
We begin this morning with some brand new details in the Idaho college student murders. Accused killer Brian Kohberger is a statistical match to DNA.
Proved the man was locked away for a quarter century for a crime he did not commit.
In newly filed court documents, his lawyers say none of the victims' DNA was found in Kohberger's apartment, home, office, or car.
Brian Kohberger's attorney seems undoubtedly optimistic about winning this case. There are a myriad of strategies the defense can employ to attack the evidence against Kohberger. I think they have a legitimate chance in winning this case based on the evidence we acquired so far. In spite of all of the spurious reports from major news sources circulating about Kohberger, Brian's attorney stated there's no connection between him and the victims. There's also no DNA evidence from the victims in Kohberger's apartment, his office, home, or vehicle. So how can a man knife 4 people in under 10 minutes without leaving a single strand of evidence? So, what is the connection that prosecutors claim they have on Kohberger? Police claimed a knife sheath was located underneath one of the victims' bodies with Brian's DNA. Or was it planted?
Did he touch this? Did somebody else touch it with his DNA on their hand? Did he touch it a long time ago? Was there a mix-up in the laboratory or by the police? Did somebody plant a mix-up in the laboratory or by the police? Did somebody plant it?
Use of genealogy services led them to one of Kohberger's relatives. Services like Ancestry.com or 23andMe would fall under that umbrella. Services the affidavits say are publicly available.
They can use the databases in a similar way that I can, but I can only do it for my DNA. They can do it for your DNA.
Now, if that isn't scary, I don't know what is. And if this isn't fought right here and right now, then what does it look like for the rest of us if we don't, look into this and get the real story? Because I don't believe this is a story. I believe that there's something that's not awry, and something's gone awry here. It's not good. And this guy right here, He's going to kind of tell you a little bit of something about this, and it is scary.
They can do it for your DNA.
You can actually take someone's DNA, take their medical profile, and you can target a biological weapon that will kill that person. And people will very rapidly spit into a cup and send it into 23andMe and get really interesting data about their background. And guess what? Their DNA is now owned by a private company and can be sold off. We have to have an open and public discussion about what does the protection of healthcare information, DNA information, and your data look like, because that data is actually going to be procured and collected by our adversaries for the development of these systems.
Long ago, I considered the concept of planting evidence as something that's impossible. I mean, it sounds like a movie. The main character is framed and has to go to war with everyone to clear his name. As I did some investigating, I came to the realization that we are also subjected to facing the same consequences, but in real life. Now with tree building genetic genealogy, we are officially under attack.
And back and back and back. And all those little bits of your ancestor, they filter down to make you. I need you to spit in this tube for me. You spit up to the little black line.
That's a lot of spit.
Right, the story of you is in that tube. What's it gonna tell me?
Brian's attorney stated it appears far more like a lineup where the government was already aware of who they wanted to target. Now, if you're not familiar by what he means by what he said, I'll explain later. He also stated that another man's DNA was found on a glove outside of the home less than a week after the murders, and the DNA of 2 additional men was found inside of the house. Was this a 4-person job, or are 3 people framing 1 person to take the fall?
Okay, I'm going to stop that one there, and I will put the link in the description for you to go watch. Like I said, they're very, very good, and you're going to want to watch them. They give us back those things that we, like I said in the beginning, that we've forgotten about. That, I mean, the Linda Lane things come out, and I'm just gone as crazy as everybody else on that thing. But one of the things Chaos Sector said in their video, which is also very good, and I think you should go there and watch theirs as well, is that you can only watch a video for so long and get whatever out of it. You don't see who the person who committed this crime is. You don't see who they are. You don't see him enter the house. You don't see anything. So you have to get that tangible evidence out of that video, which would be the Elantra, which is not the same car as BK's car. He doesn't have a sunroof, right? It is not the same car. So what the Chaos Sector, talks about in there is who else in Kaylee's life had a white Elantra, and that would be an X, right? So that's where they need to do. That's what they need to do. They need to go there. They need to go find the evidence, right? Because you're not going to get it from a surveillance video. We can dissect that thing as much as all day long for the rest of our lives and never get that tangible evidence who committed that crime, because you're not seeing it. You're not witnessing it. You're hearing things, but are they really what you're hearing? I mean, that video was scrubbed. I mean, you should see all the things in that thing. It's so crazy how much stuff has been taken out of that thing. People walking and you can't see them because they've taken it out of the video. That's a big clue right there that yeah, like I said, we can watch it all day long for the rest of our lives and not come up with the answer as to who committed this crime. So now the time has come to, go out and find that evidence. Get those guys off those chairs in that office and go do their jobs, right? Yeah. All right, you guys. Links are going to be in the description below. Thank you.